Welcome to the Lesson 12 of the Positive Psychotherapy Introductory course. It is dedicated to the 3 stages of interaction. Human beings follow certain stages of interaction in each relationship they have established and will establish. The 3 stages of interaction describe the transition from dependence to autonomy through. Each stage has specific characteristics, and these characteristics help to understand the needs and expectations in relation to the dynamics of the relationship and help to understand and solve the conflict. Pashkian connected the interaction stages to the stages of a child's development and then applied these stages not only to the therapeutic process but also to all interactions between people. The result was an interactive analysis of all forms of relationships. Dependency, or attachment stage, originates from the biological symbiosis of the mother and child, which is later replaced by emotional, and then social symbiosis. The need for such dependency lasts a lifetime. If this need becomes determinative due to excessive guardianship, then we can speak of naive primary, reactive, dependent behavior, and building relationships according to the lose-win model. The dependent person is rather discreet than direct, and this may lead to depression and neurosis. The usual reactions are escape into loneliness or escape into relationships. These create a feeling of security. Developing concepts: optimism, pessimism, self-acceptance, self-rejection. Concepts of the victim: I can't do it alone, others should help me, for if they don't help, everything will collapse. Creating a strong therapeutic connection involves the therapist understanding and supporting the client. The therapist helps the client change their perspective while keeping their trust and hope. Nonverbal cues, like body language, are crucial in this stage for the therapist to understand the client better and make a plan for the therapy. Differentiation, characterized by the acquisition of skills, knowledge, and habits borrowed from the object of attachment. These traits are emotionally charged because they provide social acceptance and integration, protection, and approval. On the other hand, at this stage, the person might desire to become different, independent, and wants to demonstrate it. His actions can lead to a conflict with the object of attachment or imitation and with the needs or expectations of others. If differentiation becomes a determining trend, we speak of a secondary reactive type oriented towards secondary capacities and success. This type is prone to building win-lose relationships. In a key conflict, directness prevails over discretion, which is manifested by an obsessive neurotic personality structure. The usual reaction is escape into activity that provides an illusion of control and security. Developing concepts are right, wrong, I can, I can't. Concepts of a despot: I can do everything myself, others should work for me, I am always right, and if I'm wrong, see the above. In the differentiation stage of therapy, the therapist helps the client uncover their inner thoughts and feelings, reorganizing them to reduce problems. The therapist uses 3 strategies: standing behind the client to offer support when needed, standing beside the client to complement their efforts and reveal hidden resources, and standing in front of the client to expand their perspective and help them understand the consequences of their actions. Independence is the result of the integration of individual capacities. A person is guided by his ideas and feelings, on one hand. On the other hand, he understands other people, and does not judge them based on information about them. He makes decisions and takes responsibility based on real situations. This attitude is called maturity. The completion of the cycle: dependence, mastering skills; independence means addressing a new object or person. This is the way of extending contacts, deepening relationships, and expanding horizons and opportunities. During the process of therapeutic detachment, the psychotherapist demonstrates a comprehensive engagement at each individual contact and, upon concluding the therapy, serving as a role model for the client. Using therapeutic summarization as a verbal technique, the therapist repeats the client's insights and intentions, and provides information about the ongoing development of their interaction. The therapy's conclusion focuses on the client, helping them retain the achieved benefits and continue their personal development. Key topics are discussed, such as what the client can take from their previous work and when they can re-engage in therapeutic interactions. This approach empowers the client to independently work on their well-being in different situations, leaving them with a sense of self-sufficiency throughout the process and after its completion. Most people alternate between attachment and detachment. They want to be independent and they see that they cannot manage their independence. Or, they want love and the interest of their partner and they avoid it because of their ambition of freedom. We call these kind of relationships two different attachments. These kinds of people are under the influence of sudden powers and new possibilities that they cannot think. They are seen as a type of person who is not certain what to do with their environment and themselves. I both want and do not want. Depending on the personal characteristics of the therapist and the patient, one might prefer the relation at one stage. In contrast, the other may prefer to keep the relation anchored at a different stage. Therefore, it is helpful for the therapist to be conscious of the stage of his relationship with the patient. This was the 12th lesson about 3 stages of interaction in positive psychotherapy. Go to the playlist, watch the following lessons to learn more about the main concepts and techniques of positive psychotherapy.